Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. O'Don here, your traffic jockey, coming to you live from the living room, from my living room here this morning in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. We welcome you to this Thursday morning, December the 29th. Just about 3 days left, and not even that, 2.5 days really until 2023. Wish everyone a very happy new year already. But a very early happy new year, I should say. We're live here on Facebook and YouTube here this morning, going till 9 a.m. Traffic for the most part is fairly light, as to be expected during this week here between Christmas and New Year's. So again, it's going to be a fairly quiet situation around the area. The issues at the George Washington Bridge yesterday were really stemming from the overnight. Looked like there was some sort of an investigation that was taking place at the George. That's why that was all banged up there for over 2 hours yesterday morning. But nothing to that magnitude, though, although there is some traffic there at the George Washington Bridge. We'll open up the comments section here in just a brief moment. But make sure I'm not on mute. No, I'm not. So we will, again, open up the comments here in just a very brief moment. Again, Facebook and YouTube, that is where we are at. We have the forecast here from our good friend Jon Rocco, sent that over. So we thank John for sending that over here on his vacation as well. From the Rutgers Weather Watchers, they are off for the semester break. So we thank John for the forecast. So with that said, just set up the show here. Whoa, wrong button. There's the banner. Go back to the brand. Let's see here. Where are we? Brand. There's the brand. And got the ticker at the bottom. So let's do that. There we go. And we should be all set up. Open up the comments section. Anna, good morning to you. Thanks a lot for dialing us up. And Alexandra, good morning as always. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning. Let's get right to it here. Again, there goes the computer already slowing down. We haven't even been 3 minutes into the broadcast. I got to get this new computer. I keep talking about it, and I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I feel like I'm just waiting for the right deal or something. I mean, I really think anything is better than what I have at this point. But anyway, I digress. Not good. Not good. This is something I've, 20 years here now of doing traffic. And, sometimes when we know the roads are wide open and we just know there's really not a whole lot of traffic, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like people are tending to go a little bit faster because they can, in some capacities, traffic is good, slows things down, obviously, but, stops things potentially maybe from, again, we don't know what the situation is here on Route 1 South, north of Finnegan Lane, but everything is shut because of an accident investigation now. Now, anytime they bring out the AI unit, usually doesn't bode well. This is at Henderson Road. Expand on this camera. Oops, sorry. There we go. So there it is. Looks like the very far right shoulder is just getting by. Really doesn't. Let's go to the maps here. It's down in here. Quite honestly, there's really not a whole lot of traffic behind this. Where is it? So it's just right here at the traffic light, essentially. Or maybe it's just before the traffic light, really. So hopefully it's nobody that was walking across Route 1 and got struck. I mean, you know it and I know it. I mean, many of our roads in this tri-state area have this Jersey barrier here, and there's so many times that people don't want to cross at the intersection, or just decide to try to take a chance and come across like Frogger here. And, That's not the way to do it. You got to cross at the crosswalks here, friends. Don't do that. That could be potentially deadly. So you're looking live there at the southbound side of Route 1 before Henderson Road. It's actually just north of Finnegan Lane in the North Brunswick area. We'll go here. Looks like it's just as you come into down by the Costco here. I think this is where this big the yeah, like the shops at North Brunswick. I think it's called Adams Lane. I have a feeling I'm in the wrong spot. Hold on. No, I'm not. Camera is here at Henderson, and they're shooting. They're going up this way. So yes, we are in the right direction here. So those shops are off to the far right. That's that kind of curve coming around here in North Brunswick. Again, there is really not that big of a traffic impact behind all of this. But that really is about. You got to sneeze. Oh, I feel like sneeze. Ooh. Let's see. Ooh, sorry about that. Wow, felt like my fillings, my teeth were going to come out on that one. Ooh, goodness. All right, so let's see here what we got in South Jersey. A little sluggish here on 42, the Blackwood Clementon Road. Not quite sure why, but yeah, looking at a little bit of sluggish traffic, as they call it. Sluggish. Actually, as I'm just looking down here at the floor of my traffic center or whatever, I don't know if anybody else has had this problem, but all of the salt that's out there in the parking lot and the sidewalk, you start tracking that stuff in, and it just gets all over the carpeting and everything else, and it's just like I got 3 hours worth of cleaning up to do today. So Cape May, Wildwood, Seattle City, Ocean City, Somers Point, Atlantic City. I mean, there's just nothing. It's just empty. Parkway 287, Turnpike 18, Route 66, 37, 35, Morris County. Doesn't get much better than this on 206 and 80 and 46. Head up to Northwest Jersey, 206 and Sandyston, Sussex County, 23, 284, 94 in Vernon. We are good. Out to West Milford, Oak Ridge, 23, 208, 17, Wyckoff, Glenrock, Hawthorne, Fairlawn, Paramus, Woodcliff, Lake. I mean, again, friends, there is just not much happening, although this has got me a little camera there. So let's widen this up. At least there was a camera working there just a little while ago. So let's go to 46 now. We go to 46, 20 at 46. See if this picks up anything. Doesn't look like it. Looks like more of whatever it is on the ramp from eastbound 46. Eastbound 4. It looks like it's on the ramp from eastbound 46. No. Northbound Parkway, excuse me. So this is at exit, what is this, 156? Northbound Parkway 156 to Route 2046 there. It looks like we've got a collision. Like it's right it's on this ramp here. 156, 156. Way. This is the ramp here to eastbound 46. That would be off to the right. This is really 20 because there is the no, it's the light pole. Camera is located further up the line. I don't think I've ever been on this stretch of 46 Route 20 ever. Ever. But yeah, so there we go, New Jersey. 7:45. Well, look at that. We're right on right on time with the weather, right? All right, so let's take a look at some of the current observations now. It's not terrible out here. We got 41 in Central Park. Again, those times are an hour behind. I mean, they're an hour ahead, I should say. It's really those are the observations from 6:51. So 41 there. Still a little chilly, cool or cold, really. 29. We're still below freezing at Teterboro, Somerville, Farmingdale, Newark Liberty at 33. With that said, let's bring in our weather slides from Mr. Jon Rocco. Thank you, John. Good morning to you, friend. We'll talk to our temperatures here well above normal this weekend. This is going to be an interesting 7-day when we get to it. Rain showers likely currently New Year's Eve evening into early Sunday. So probably right around the ball drop. It's going to be a little soggy, but that's okay. Like I said, I think having some rain on New Year's Eve is going to be good luck. High temps likely to remain above normal throughout all of next week. So we're in that kind of warming pattern, which is kind of interesting. But again, look, let's be honest, we get these warm temperatures in the 50s and 60s in January. We're going to pay for it somewhere, and it's probably going to come towards the end of January, early February, where it could be, again, 10 degrees. But we'll see. So partly sunny skies out there for our morning ride. Green lights across the board for the morning commute. John says potentially some frosty cars. Yeah, make sure that your windshields are all completely cleared off, and fire up that heated steering wheel and also the heated seats. Evening commute, we've got clear skies, and the 4, 5, and 6 o'clock, lots of green lights. So today, mostly sunny and milder. Going to have like a very early spring feel to it. So get out and enjoy, get some fresh air, open up the windows, kind of air out, just air out your place, and I was hearing I think it's an old Irish tradition on New Year's Eve, just as the ball drops, spins into New Year's Day at midnight, open up the windows and the doors and just let the old year out and let the new year in. So maybe you have to try to do that this year. So 48 pretty much on average across the board, maybe a little warmer in Cape May. I'm going to be surprised if we see Cape May, Wildwood get up to 52, 53, especially if the sun really starts to break through a couple of those clouds that are out there. This evening, kind of a same kind of drill as we had last night. Temps into the upper 20s to mid to low 30s, depending on where you are. So again, maybe a bit of a milder evening as we get into the overnight hours. So there is the potential rain showers. Looks like it's just right around the ball drop, midnight into Sunday. And John will definitely have some more specifics on it with our show for tomorrow. Here's our 7-day weather forecast. And just look at these numbers. This is crazy. I mean, it doesn't feel like the first week of January. It feels more like the first week of April. We're getting into spring. 52 for today, 52 for 52 for tomorrow, 52 for Saturday with that potential for some showers. Again, it's all going to be rain, no snow, not even a chance. Way too warm. getting into Sunday morning. So I think it may just be in the overnight hours, basically. Monday's a good looking day at 50, 53 on Tuesday. Then we start to potentially see some more rain coming in for Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. But look at those temps approaching near 60 degrees. Now, this is more like mid to late April instead of January temperatures. So, some of the longer range models that I've seen, continues this pattern, almost to the middle of January. So, we'll see how it goes. And then I have a feeling that polar vortex may kind of break off a little bit and send some more cold air our way towards the end of the month. But we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, temperature wise, we're looking fantastic for the next 7 days, well above normal, into the low to mid 50s to approaching 60 on Wednesday. I would be surprised on Wednesday. This is kind of an average for the tri-state. I would imagine somebody probably gets close to 65 on Wednesday. I could easily see that, or even close to 60 here on Sunday, and close to high 50s on Monday. So, yeah, looking good temperature wise. Potentially a few spritzes here and there, but it doesn't look like it's anything of a deluge of water of any type. So we thank Jon for hooking us up here with the forecast at 7:50. I still have 29 degrees here in central Jersey. Again, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Send us up a comment here on the comments section. Let us know what you're doing maybe for New Year's Eve, or are you going out, or are you someone that enjoys the revelry of heading to a party at midnight, or just quiet, stay at home and watch the ball drop. I'm surprised more towns in the tri-state area don't have their own local kind of New Year's Eve ball drop of some type. I think that would be kind of neat, kind of interesting. Make it a good community event to really get to know your neighbors and so forth. But anyway, let's go back to our maps this morning. Let's check out those Hudsons and see what we're dealing with on a Thursday morning. There's no morning show again. We're took the holidays off here with the New Jersey morning show, so we will be back next Thursday. At least that's the plan. At least that's the plan that I was told, but we'll see if something changes. So look at that. Lincoln Holland all under about 10 minutes. George Washington Bridge may be closer to 15, and that's just because of some congestion on the obvious deal here on the Cross Bronx. So just look for that. Let's go to the city incident page. I think something's happening onto the FDR Drive, just south of about 96th Street or so, give or take. Yeah, misplaced tractor trailer. All lanes are blocked at East 90th Street. So let's do that. No, here we go. Let's go to the cameras here this morning. We'll dial that in. Let's bring this in here now. Let's do this. Okay, so that's heading at south at 120. If everything was shut at 90th, that traffic would be just stacked and or packed. I think it just cleared because this is at 96th Street and it's wide open. This is at 90th Street, south coming towards us, so that's open. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's at 73rd. I wouldn't be surprised that it got stuck underneath this buildings here, that little tunnel thing. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. Hmm. See, you don't have any on the are till 53rd, but it's pretty jacked up coming into 72nd Street underneath that little, again, it's like a little tunnel. Now, unless this is a separate accident, it's possible. Certainly not out of the realm of possibility that that is. Delano Romanowski, Seinfeld. I wouldn't be surprised that it's underneath here, that under the hospital. Special surgery, right? Oh, right underneath here. I'd be surprised that that is where that truck is. It's placed, nonetheless, as they always are. Let's go back here. Let's just see where it says. It says southbound East 90th Street. Well, we saw the camera at East 90th, and I didn't see anything. I didn't wasn't picking up anything there, but this could be a secondary issue. This could be another accident, a separate accident other than the first one. And now we're kind of connecting the dots here. So be careful on the east side. Stay with the west side instead. Staten Island is wide open. Outer Bridge, Goethals, Bayonne. West Shore Expressway is clear. Staten Island Expressway is fine. Normal stuff here. BQE across the top of the world, both ways here at the Brooklyn Bridge. Southbound BQE getting south of the LIE. Midtown Tunnel is clean and green. The Ed Koch is about 5 minutes or so. West LIE here at Queens Boulevard is busy. East on the LIE here at the Cross Island is heavy. The Bronx, both ways coming into 3rd Avenue, is just congestion, really, just before the Clearview. Bruckner, Deegan, Bronx River Parkway, all clean and green, as I said. Bell Parkway is fine here at Kennedy. The Van Wyck is still fairly heavy, as it always is. It never moves. Out by Hillside Avenue is the Cross Island is fine. So, again, there's not a whole lot happening out here this morning. Just not much going on. Let's see here. Broken down vehicle, acceleration lane on the LIE, broken down vehicle on the Southern State West at 106. Nothing. Maybe just a little blip of traffic east of 19 into 20, but that's about it. This has got me interesting. IE out through Cross Island. Cameras go out that far. I feel like there's something going on here. That shouldn't be that heavy. Something's absolutely happening here. This is at Douglaston Parkway. Getting past the Cross Island. We'll take one more camera to Marathon Parkway, but that's empty. Let's do this. Let's bring in the state cameras. I think there's one or two cameras that are sandwiched in between. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, there's two other cameras here. Oh, let's see. There's got to be something happening here just past the Cross Island. Two cameras. Like they're looking for something for Little Neck Parkway. Yeah, it looks like the right lane may be out with that disabled truck. Right there. Yep. Look at that. Eagle eye, Smitty. Right lane is out. I just knew that there was no reason, there was no way that traffic should be that heavy. Coming into the CIP. Broken down tractor trailer. Well, that's kind of what you get. Wow, zone out for a second. So we're coming up on 8 o'clock here. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show, but the problem is we're back all the way to the Clearview because that right lane is shut. It's a tough spot because you got to go up the hill. So if you can get over to the Grand Central coming out of Queens, I think you'll be in better shape. Rest of Long Island is good. LIE, Sunrise Highway, 111, Deer Park Avenue, 135, 25A, 25, Sunrise Highway, Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton, East Hampton. Again, everything is clear all the way through Montauk and Orient. Go to Connecticut, and again, just fine across the board. We'll populate the incident page, but I really don't think we're going to be seeing anything here this morning. Should be in pretty good shape. Yep. 668 close between Packer Road and Depot Road. Downpole with wires. Canterbury. Okay. Let's go to the Hudson Valley. Probably about 5 different disabled vehicles. 218 both ways. Storm King Highway. All lanes are shut on 218. Weather-related issues here. Yeah. Southbound Taconic, partial lane of 3 lanes blocked. Crash south of the Sawmill River Road. Overturned tractor trailer in 28. That's in Delaware County. That's way out of our area. And Dutchess County, shoulder is out in Rhinebeck. Look at that Taconic south of Sawmill River Road. It's right in here somewhere. It is. It's not blocking anything. I mean, this is wide open. Wide open. Look at that. Rockland County is good. 17, 202, the thruway, we are clear. 84, Route 6 is beautiful. Newbert Beacon, Bridge, Fishkill, Lake Carmel, Hamlet, Brewster, everything is going to be fine. The roads are in good shape here this morning. No question about that. Let's dial in transit now. We're at 8:01. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. We'll hit weather here and our full sponsorship at 8:15. We got 30 degrees and clear here in central. What's going on here? Rail service in and out of Penn. 15-minute delays because of Amtrak signal issues. Okay, so that's a little bit of a problemo. Yeah, so 15 minutes there. Go to the path alert page. Dial that in. Let's see what we've got. Come on. So Newark World Trade, General Square 33rd, resuming that normal service. Crews resolve the earlier mechanical problem there at Grove Street. So look for that. Also, more mandatory Hackensack River drawbridge test lifting is going to be today, 10 to 11 and 1 to 2. Newark World Trade impacted both ways. Okay, so let's go to the MTA now. Yesterday, there was a lot of delays in the subways, but that continues today. Looks like an eye chart. 2 trains running with delays both ways. Emergency teams responded to somebody struck by a train at Burke Avenue. Regularly scheduled stops in Manhattan are now being made on the 2 train. So we have delays in the 2 ABDGRW. Southbound AC running with delays. Door problem on a train, Hoyt Schemerhorn. BD are running with its brakes activated there at West 4th Street, Washington Square. EF trains are running with delays both directions due to planned electrical maintenance in Queens. Northbound RW trains are running with delays after we requested NYPD assistance with someone being disruptive on a train to 14th Street, Union Square. All right. Multiple changes, E and F, both ways, because the planned electrical maintenance in Queens. I think we already mentioned that one. Let's go to the rails. Yeah, And Pasco Valley, Port Jervis, because that delay getting into Penn in the city. So we got that this morning. Um, let's see. So that's really about it, traffic wise. I mean, it's just, I mean, show you a couple benchmarks here on the Parkway. Our normal hotspots here into 145, wide open. 48th in Bloomfield, wide open. 151. Doesn't get much better than this. North of the Essex tolls, that's good. This is out at 151 as well. Bridge, that is good. 127, 129. Tower, showing the parking lot at the Turnpike Authority. We'll go into Brick here at 91. Fantastic. This is at 82A. North of 82, that is good. 89, we are fine. And friends, there's really just not a whole lot happening all across the board. I mean, south of 14, look how good that looks. You can see that salt still down on the road, which I guess is a good thing, right? With these temperatures still kind of fluctuating from time to time. Let's see what else we've got cooking. We haven't done it in a while. We haven't done our city tour. Let's do that now. Hopefully all these cameras still work. It's been a while. West Shore Expressway, Staten Island Expressway. You can see everything is wide open here. The Outer Bridge, Highland at Midland, SIE at Clove, West Shore at Fresh Kills, Victory at Jersey Street, SIE at Richmond Avenue through the long-term construction. Again, nothing. Absolutely nothing. If you have to work, this is the best time of the year probably to do it if there's no snow, obviously, but it's wide open. Belt at Bay 8th, Belt at Flatbush, even the BQE, the outlier there, heavy in the trench at Hamilton. BQE at Adams Street heading south here. The promenade is busy. I mean, look at this trench just jacked up. The camera on the right, I think, is frozen. That looks like it's from like the midday from like 2 weeks ago. Inbound Gowanus is fine here at 37th. BQE here at Metropolitan. Let's see, Gowanus at the Prospect. That is clear. Manhattan. But we do know that the FDR drive is kind of screwed up there between the 90s down through the 70s. 5th and 49th out by Saks Fifth Avenue there is good. 7th and 34th, 2nd and 59th is fine. FDR Drive at 127. There's the FDR at 96th, all tuned up there, getting down into close to 72nd Street. It looks like we have another crash there. FDR at the Brooklyn Bridge is fine. West Street, the Intrepid, Henry Hudson at 125. Henry Hudson at 96. Doesn't get much better than that. Let's go to the Bronx now. We'll dial in the Cross Bronx. First of all, on the Bruckner, Castle Hill on the left is fine. Bruckner at BRP, it's good. Bronx River here 174. Westbound Cross Bronx here over by Jerome Avenue. Clay Ave busy to the outbound George. Just coming up the hill here at Undercliff, getting to the Major Deegan at 230. Doesn't get much better than that. And we head out to Queens now. Let's dial that in. The Belt at 158 over by Cross Bay is good. BQE at Broadway, Grand Central 188. Showing a nice shot of the Queens skyline. Let's see. Jackie Robinson is good. LI here heading west. A little busy at Queens Boulevard. Van Wyck at Hillside. Camera frozen. That camera maybe from yesterday. The Van Wyck at the GCP, LIE ramp at the BQE. Let's go to the crossings. East River crossing. Oh no, 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 no. Brooklyn Bridge, North Roadway, west of Brooklyn Bridge, inbound. The Battery Tunnel, Manhattan Bridge, Brooklyn Lower Roadway, Williamsburg Bridge, LIE at the Pulaski Bridge, Queensboro Bridge. I can't see that. Upper level Queens Pier is fine, and they do have the HOV lane set up. Lower Roadway is good, so we're good across the board. I wish there was a way I could do that for Long Island. I wish there was a way I could set up the cameras to a. What if I logged in? What if I set up an account? Maybe you could do that. I don't think so though. Oh, here's a spot check of 25 west of Boyle Road. It's Highway, Sunrise Highway. You can see kind of clearing out the skies there. West of Lakeville Road, down towards Jones Beach. Nice. Lido Boulevard, Point Lookout. Could be a nice day to walk on the Long Beach boardwalk there. I remember when I was working out on Long Island and I was looking for, at the time, looking for an apartment. And I found one on Long Beach. It was literally on the boardwalk. Like the window was, the boardwalk was there, and then the window of the studio was right there. Studio apartment, it is. I was working overnights at the time. I think to myself, during the summer, I mean, I'm never going to be able to sleep. This place is going to be wall to wall people. You know, I almost felt like they were going to be standing right next to the window. That's how close you were. That's how I was right, literally on the boardwalk. Crazy how close it was. So I guess we'll go back to New Jersey now. Let's just dial this thing here on Route 1. Still dialed out with this accident investigation north of Henderson Road, heading south, though. Know about that. That's really about it. Kennedy Airport's Terminal 7 and 5, the yellow parking is 96% occupied. Okay. Well, since we're going to be talking about weather here in about 3 minutes, let's take these New York State cameras. And let's take a look at, I mean, our friends out here in the Buffalo area, they're just getting, they just got absolutely destroyed. We thought that one storm, everyone was, building that one storm up to just mass chaos and whatever, like 6 feet of snow. Yeah, they got a lot of snow, but this has just been brutal. Poor woman died, in her car because she couldn't get out with the snow. I mean, with these more milder temperatures coming, now the issue comes down to being, flooding, because there's a lot of snow still that's out here. I saw some pictures again. Who knows if these pictures, you don't know what you're looking at online anymore, whether they're real or not, or whatever. People just looking to just get people to click on their stupid pages or whatever. But it was one photo. I mean, it looked real to me. I don't know, but take it with a grain of salt that, the garage, like the snow was above the garage. Like you opened the garage door and you couldn't even get out. Wall of snow. I'm not sure exactly where they got hit. Like there's a whole lot of snow on the ground there. It's up by Niagara Falls. I think it was further south of the. Oh, that's Niagara Falls. Have a camera at the falls. Oh, look at that. Hey, how cool is that, right? It's heading into Canada. Rainbow Bridge. How cool is that? Wow. Didn't even know that camera existed until right now. That's to the US. That's on the opposite side. I think they need to upgrade their cameras from the what they got. Come down a little bit here. We got another 30 seconds before we go to Johnny. Let's no live feed at that time. Decent amount of snow. I mean, it doesn't look like it's 4.5 feet of snow, but wrong. Let's come down this side right before the Pennsylvania border. Doesn't look bad at all. But let's make our way to Watertown. Can't believe there's only one camera in Watertown. Well, that's a lot of snow right there. But look, I mean, they're so used to getting clobbered with snow off the lake. What are you going to do? I mean, although I'm sure some people in the tri-state area would love to see this kind of snow here. I, for one, am not. I have no interest in it at all. Now, look, let's be honest. I mean, it's good for the snow is good for the grass, keeps the nutrients into the grass and so forth. You know, if you put some fertilizer down before the hard freeze took place, you know, the snow acts as a blanket and adds some nutrients to the grass. But, you know, I'm not looking to shovel snow. So, whoops, sorry. Oh, hi. Oh, oopsie. Why that defaulted to that. Anyways, let's go to the headlines here from our good friend, Mr. Jon Rocco from the Rutgers Weather Watcher group. So we thank John for providing us the forecast for today. So temperatures well above normal this weekend. Those are the headlines there. Some rain showers likely on New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. High temps likely to remain above normal throughout the next week. So let's dial in what we were seeing here for this morning's commute. Some partly sunny skies. There's some clouds out there, so still bring along the sunglasses for your travels here on this Thursday. We take a look at our commuter forecast and lots of green lights here for the morning commute. Partly cloudy, potentially some frosty cars. Make sure that's clear before you head out. And the evening commute looking at clear skies 4, 5, and 6 right across the board. So look at our temperatures here today. We're looking at temps into the mid to upper 40s to right around 50 degrees there in Cape May. You know, I wouldn't be surprised that Cape May, that the Cape May number maybe comes up, you know, just a little bit, up to 52, 53 with some of that sunshine. Let's take a look this evening here, but getting a little more milder on the overnight hours into the upper 20s to mid 30s or so. So again, you can kind of slowly start to see a little bit of that warming trend. Here are our weather threats. Nothing for tomorrow, Saturday into Sunday, probably around the, you know, in the evening time, into early parts of Sunday morning. By no means a washout for your New Year's Eve plans, but again, it's going to be a little soggy there if you are going to be standing outside at some sort of first night event of, you know, locally, or going to head into Times Square. Now, they allow umbrellas? I don't even know. But, you know, how many times have we seen Dick Clark, you know, freezing his bloopers off, you know, in, you know, 7-degree weather or 10-degree weather? It was just bone chillingly cold. And I don't know. It just hasn't, New Year's Eve really quite cold in some time. I feel like, I'm sure I'm missing something, but you know, temps probably at the ball drop are going to be into the 50s. So it's going to be like North Carolina. So here's your 7-day weather forecast. 52 for tomorrow, 52 on Saturday with the threat of those showers into Sunday morning. 55. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 60 spot somewhere in the tri-state. Cool off a little bit, as I dare say, cool off into the right around 50 on Monday. 53 for Tuesday. It's going to warm up again for Wednesday and Thursday, close to 60. Going to be 60 or better on Wednesday, probably close to 60 on Thursday. I think that trend is going to continue for at least another couple more days after that. So I think we have about another 10 to 14, another 2 weeks, give or take, of well above average temperatures across the board. And then we'll see. Look, I mean, it shouldn't be this warm this time of the year. Let's be honest. So, we're going to have to pay for it in some capacity, I think. Let's see. Anna says, I can appreciate the beauty of snow as long as I don't have to shovel it. Well, yeah, I agree with you on that. It does look nice, but who wants to deal with driving in this? And, can't control the other driver, as I say. So, you can only do what you can do on your end of the wheel, but, hit a little ice or some snow, whatever, and it just gets to be a wipeout. The car is a mess. It's just ugly. It's awful. Don't like it. Anyway, I digress. So speaking of cars, let's go through our sponsors here this morning. Our good friends over at Maxim Motor Cars, proud sponsors of the Tri-State Traffic Show, 973-620-9060. They are located on 303 West Clinton Street, which is Route 15 in Dover, New Jersey. If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at an affordable price, this is certainly the place to look. He's got, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 cars, although I think we're down to 5, I think. So you can see the prices here, $17,900 for a 2019. Some of these vehicles have some, they do have some potentially some minor damage in an accident, or they have some higher mileage, but good station cars, used to call it back in the day, or an A to B car type situation, somebody's first car for their kids. 2005 Focus, the Grand Cherokee Laredo at $16,900, the Subaru Forester Premium at $12,900. The Ford Taurus was sold, Honda Roadster, and the Pontiac G8 base. Now, again, Nick and his father Anthony do a real nice job handpicking all these vehicles, so I'm sure there'll be more, going to populate some more of these vehicles come the new year. I'm sure that they probably can try to find something for you, so give them a call, 973-620-9060, and that is in Dover and Morris County, conveniently located off of Routes 46 and Routes 80. From the center of our tri-state, probably a good 45 minutes or so, or maybe a little more from the city if you want to take the city as the center point. But again, he handpicks all the cars, and they go to auctions and things and buy the best cars. They get them licensed mechanics are servicing these vehicles. So, you're getting the best of the best here with Maxim Motor Cars at 973-620-9060 is our phone number. We're also sponsored by The Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey, 908-325-6283. Go talk to my guy Omar or Alex or any of the fine fellas there at The Shaved Cave for the best men's haircut in the land, and for your manly grooming needs, your hot towel shaves, your trims on the beards there, your high top fades, if that's the thing still, or just your fades themselves. Again, head over to The Shaved Cave in their second year, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey, 908-325-6283, conveniently located also on the Garden State, off the Garden State Parkway, either exits 136 or 135. You can take either one, kind of right there in the middle along Raritan Road, actually right across the street from one of the probably last remaining Friendlies in the tri-state area, but it's still going strong, the Clark Friendlies. Still up and running and with us here. I know many have closed, but that's still hanging in there at the Clark Friendlies. But again, head to the Shaved Cave, again, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, has a classic barbershop feel with a kind of a modern kind of twist to it, if you want to even call it a twist, but a modern feel, really. Has the TVs, they watch a lot of the sports, and when you talk about the barbershop, stays in the barbershop, that kind of a drill. So really a fun place. And the guys are great to talk to, and they do an outstanding job. So If you can't support him, tell him you saw it here on the Tri-State Traffic Show, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, 908-325-6283. Now, what I'm going to do here is give a quick shout out to Ralph, just as a thank you. The Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, located at 22 North Avenue West. Not going to give out the phone number because there's nobody there. Ralph is on his winter break. He'll be back on March the 3rd now. But I just wanted to acknowledge Ralph and all the support. He's been here since day one with the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. So we thank Ralph for all the support here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. And we wish you a terrific winter break. Get some rest. He's heading down to Florida for his kind of spring training. I told him he's got to work on that scooping arm, get that curveball, just really get that scoop into the cups just the right way. So again, we thank Ralph over the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Last but certainly not least is our good friend Darlie Newman with her great program, Travels with Darlie. You can find her show on PBS Crate, Amazon Prime, Wonder Woman Innovation TV's Journey. Usually Wednesdays. Yesterday's is Darlie Day in the Tri-State area. You get a double feature, once at 1:30 in the afternoon, and then the second time is at 5:30. Or you could just go to PBS, Amazon Prime, or Wonder Woman Innovation TV's Journey and watch it on demand. Darlie is going to be premiering the 10th season coming up next month in January. And again, a little less than 2 weeks from now, I will be sitting down with Darlie for an in-depth conversation about how she got started, talk more about the show, certainly talk about season 10, all the wonderful places that she traveled to this year. Hopefully I'll have a premiere date before then on PBS, which I think is probably I'm thinking that is the vehicle that Travels with Darlie will end up on first, because I think that's kind of the main focus is with the PBS stations around the country, and then makes its way to the OTT platforms. But we'll get all the information and so much more in our sit-down conversation with Darlie, and I'm going to record that coming up 2 weeks on the 11th of January. So if you have any questions for Darlie, certainly please email them to us here, tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. Again, tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com, and we'll put forth your questions again by the end of the show on Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. I need to have those questions if you have any. Again, since it's not live, we can't take viewer comments. I would love to do it live. And the problem is just trying to do something at 11 o'clock in the morning during the weekday like that. I just don't really foresee, a fairly large audience at that point. If we were doing it maybe 8 o'clock in the evening, maybe I would say that would be different. But this is when Darlie's available, so we're just going to go ahead and record it and then do kind of a premiere probably about, I'm thinking probably about a week later. So again, Travels with Darlie, PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder Woman Innovation TV's Journey. Go to darlie-newman.com for more information. And we played the clip yesterday. Let's see if this is from season 10. That was the whole season. Let's do the Quebec, Canada one, because I love Darlie's costume in this. She looks so good in this period costume that they were walking around in Quebec. So again, this is her trip to Quebec, Canada. Need to bring back the Nordiques for the NHL. I think it's way too long that they haven't been back in the NHL. But anyway, let's head north of the border to Quebec, Canada.
We're exploring history, culture, adventure, food, and we're having locals as our guides. Let's go to Quebec.
We're discovering Quebec City, the Eastern Townships, and Montreal.
You might want to check out to the John Lennon and Yoko Ono suite.
It's $4,000 a night.
Wenda kids are really great communities, and they are really, really proud of their culture.
Throughout time, there have been women participating here.
Absolutely. It's a community of really strong women.
It's 487 steps.
I think we should take the cable car.
The cheese curds are super tasty. This is definitely a poutine winner.
I'm gonna do the same on the other side.
Cheers.
We go back in time, we go back in New France.
It's really, really tasty. On Travels with Darlie in Quebec.
Looks like fun, Darlie. Can't wait to see the full episode in season 10 that drops next month, which is actually 3 days from now. So we'll find out the exact premiere date on your local PBS station. Travels with Darlie. Once again, darlie-newman.com for more information. And again, I will continue to plug our conversation here that we will be doing in about 2 weeks' time. If you have any questions for Darlie, if you have any specific questions about maybe a destination, certainly send them to tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. Again, that is going to be tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. Send them over, and we'll certainly talk to Darlie about some of your questions that you may have about traveling. I'm hopefully going to get into some maybe travel tips for 2023, maybe some of the hotter destinations that may be on the horizon for 2023, maybe some places that we haven't really thought of. And Darlie, being the travel expert, maybe has some hidden gems in there that may be some affordable flights or, some interesting places to go. But again, that's on January the 11th, and then we'll premiere that probably about a week or so later. But again, we thank Darlie for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, friends, with that said, we're here exactly at 8:30. Got another 30 minutes in the broadcast. We are live on Facebook as well as YouTube here this morning. And we'll head back to New Jersey because we still have this accident investigation going to be Route 1 South in North Brunswick, just before Henderson Road. You see it there in the distance this morning. Really not a terrible traffic backup behind it. You just got to be aware that just that far right lane, almost that right shoulder, is about the only thing that's going to be getting by here in this area, just south of the, or almost right in front of the shops in North Brunswick there by the Target, before Finnegan's Lane, just before the Costco. And I think it's the movie theater, the Regal Cinemas, if I'm not mistaken, right in here. Moe's Southwest Grill. Never had Moe's. Oh, I think I did, actually. I don't know. Yes, I did have Moe's. Pretty good. Not too bad for kind of that fast food flavor of Mexican cuisine. Moe's Southwest Grill. Find a Moe's near you. Let's see. So again, it's just a minor backup coming through there. I mean, it's nothing to get, detoured around or any of that nonsense. There's no reason to. You can just stay with it. Just stick with it. Coming south of Route 130. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could go with 130, head south, but then you're gonna have to reconnect here in at Dean's Lane back to Route 1. Certainly could do that. If you are coming south, just in the chance that, again, DOT is saying that everything is completely shut, but it's just that far right lane is the only thing getting by. So, yeah, so that's still an investigation ongoing. So 8:33 is our time. Again, we just widen up the maps, and we are completely empty across the board. Except for this, is this the Turnpike? Yeah. Turnpike a little heavy here over by 42. Not quite sure why. There's no cameras there, but that's a little blip in the radar. AC, Ocean City, Wildwood, Cape May, we're fine. We're seeing some traffic here, though. And let's go to PennDOT. That. Um, well, select the region. We want Lehigh Valley. 22 West here. Shut. Dial this in. Be dialing. Be dialing. I gotta be sitting right on it, and they are. That's westbound Route 22 is going to be shut. It looks like here at 33. Does this camera show anything? No. Basically, this will be westbound coming towards us at Nazareth Pike. There's nothing coming through because it's shut. Reason I show you that is because, there are plenty of our friends that come across the beautifully appointed Phillipsburg Easton Bridge. Traffic coming to the left is coming into Pennsylvania across the Delaware. It's actually a nice shot. So yeah, if you're continuing to use Route 22 again, it kind of snakes its way around here through Easton and on over to 33 because that is where that is shut completely now. Looks like we got a pretty bad crash being reported this morning. The crash, all lanes are closed, updated about 6 minutes ago. Okay. So again, if you're watching us in Lopatcong, 22, Easton, I mean, that's what you're going to hit. And once you come through there, you maybe want to get off at 248 and then go through Nazareth and Bath, head up that particular area out that way. Out to beautiful Lehighton and Palmerton. Been there many, many times. Beautiful section. So let's widen this up again. It is just fine across the board. We're seeing our delays here on the BQE. The FDR drive again is all tuned up with whatever's going on underneath the hospital for specialized surgery there on the FDR. Bring that. Now, we know what we know is the LIE. We're looking at our snow cams. Think whatever was no, it's still there. Well, to be fair, let's run the video. Still there. It looks like we have the tow on scene. And look at this motorcade here. The police, what was the police motorcycles? Wow. Looks like some sort of NYPD session of some type. What's going on there? Look at that. Wow. Headed out to some sort of service or something out on Long Island. Interesting. Probably can follow them. There's the motorcycles there. Follow those friends there. Probably going to be coming through here at any moment. Any moment now. Let's see. Just wait for it here in real time. See it. Connor says, hello, everyone. Good morning. There they are. There's the motorcycle unit. Wow. Sharp. Look at that. Wow. Must be 20 of them. Oh, they must be going to a funeral because it looks like that's a flower car of some type in the first version, the first side. Yeah, they're probably headed, unfortunately, to a service, memorial service. Someone that passed. Should be coming on to the far left here at any moment. Well, think I lost the motorcade. Oh, there they are. There they are. Let's see if we can grab them. Yep, there they are. Great formation that they have there with the motorcycles. Very sharp. Here they come again. Park Road. Should be going away from us here momentarily. Oh, no, here they come. Next time we'll pass them here is at Shelter Rock. So we'll leave that up there. There they are on the far left. Here they come. So there it is at Shelter Rock and exit 36. And more than likely, next time we pick them up here is at Willis. Video there, and that will be going away from us. Let's see here. Connor says, where is Connor? There he is. Going to the city tomorrow morning and meeting up with friends for a New Year's Eve party. Very nice. Like preparing wise. Let's see. Hopefully NJ Transit doesn't cancel any trains on the way there. Yeah, let's hope that's the case. You know, I think with the milder weather and everything, I think we probably should be good. You don't have to worry about freezing of the wires or any of that stuff going into the city. So that sounds like fun. Are you going to the ball drop too as well? I mean, tomorrow's Friday, but are you heading back in on Saturday as well? So let's see this motorcade again. Coming through. Should be any second now. They should be traveling away from us in this. You probably see the traffic kind of thin out here in the main lanes because it looks like the escort from the NYPD was kind of holding traffic back just a bit. Connor says, yes, he is heading back into the city for the ball drop. Very nice. I don't know if it's the ball or it's an apple. I think it's the crystal ball or whatever they got. Well, they may be. I'm just assuming that they're going out this far. They could be, you know, they could be getting off the LIE too. I bet you they're coming now. Yep, there they are. It's very cool. Unfortunately, for a more than likely probably a sad situation. There on the left now at Roslyn. Roslyn, and then we are going to go to Glen Cove Road. Not going to see anything here at Glen Cove because the way they got the camera. So the next potential spot will be here at Old Westbury. That's if they're continuing on. I who knows. 8:44 is their time. Yeah, motorcycle escort. Yeah, unfortunately, it's probably more for a memorial service, funeral service of some type. That's what it'll look like to me. That you'd have the motorcycle escort. It was probably an NYPD officer, lived on Long Island. You know, it's about the right time. 8:45, probably heading to the funeral home. Bus is probably carrying some, high brass, some NYPD, and car per se that had had like a wreath or something it looked like on the back, but I could be wrong. I get a feeling they're going to be coming through here any second, and there they are, right on cue. They are at Old Westbury. Thinking maybe they're headed out to Syosset, possibly Jericho Turnpike, maybe. Probably coming here on the far left. Let this last pass of our procession here, and then we'll head to the weather centre. The last couple minutes of the big broadcast. En route. Momentarily. There they are. So there they are. This is getting out to Jericho Turnpike. Came through here many of a time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's come off of that here. We'll go back to the weather center, and we'll talk about our weather headlines here this morning. Yeah. So I'm sorry, I'm just trying to dial in something else for on the back side of this when we come back. Looks like we got a hefty accident here on the Hutch as we come on up into the Cross County Parkway. We'll get to that in a couple of moments. So again, temperatures well above normal this weekend. Some rain showers likely on New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. So be mindful of that. Bring an umbrella there, Connor. High temps likely remain above normal through all of next week. You'll certainly see that in the 7-day in a moment. Commuter forecast this morning, partly sunny skies across the board. So it's looking pretty good. Bring along the sunglasses for the ride. Green lights for your travels here for your morning commute and the evening commute. No questions about that. You may have potentially a little bit of frost out there, although we've come up here close to freezing, a couple of degrees here in the last hour and 15 minutes that we've been on. Today, mostly sunny and milder. We've got temps into the mid to upper 40s, so right around 50 degrees in Cape May. We'll take a look at this evening's forecast. Mostly clear skies with some of that radiational cooling as temps dip below the freezing mark in Trenton and Freehold and Cherry Hill and Andover. But in Cape May, we're above freezing at 36, 35 in Islip, and 33 in New Haven. So there's your weather potential threats. Again, just some rain showers on New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. But after that, we look pretty good as evidence of the 7-day. Look at those temperatures. It feels more like early April than it does first week of January. So we've got 52 tomorrow, 52 on Saturday with some rain coming in. Temps still holding strong on Sunday to close to 55 to 60, 50 on Monday. 53 on Tuesday. So Monday are two good looking days. Monday is really the observed holiday. That's when I believe the Rose Bowl is on, and that's when you need to have your New Year's Day parties and things like that is on Monday. 53 on Tuesday. You probably could, to be honest with you, if you had one of those outdoor heaters, or if you're going out to eat, you could probably sit outside on Monday in the afternoon for lunch or something. I could see that. 53 on Tuesday, Wednesday at 60. But again, there's the showers coming back in for Wednesday and Thursday, 56 on Thursday. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit close to mid 60s on Wednesday. Somebody's going to get close to 63, 64. But it just depends on how much sun we actually get, and depending on the timing of the rain. But Johnny will have more on that forecast, kind of maybe dial in some more the timing of the rain for New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. Just get a handle on that to see what we are up against. So we thank John for the forecast. And John, we will see you tomorrow, my friend. Let's go back to the maps now. We're getting word of a crash here on the Hutch. I want to go to the Hudson Valley incident page. This has got to be north just before the cross county. Let's see. There it is. Crash with injuries in the Hutch, northbound, east of Lincoln, at East Lincoln Avenue in Mount Vernon. Right lane is out, as well as the exit ramp is shut. So that's right in here. So that's kind of dialed out back towards Route 1 here, really Post Road. Is that what it is there? Yeah, Boston Road, excuse me. Boston Post Road, depending on where you are. So yeah, so stay with the New England Thruway, the NET instead. Westbound Cross Bronx, a little heavy here at the BRP, but it doesn't have anything reported at this point. That FDR Drive is still pretty tuned up and just slowly working itself out, but looks like our crash down towards 72nd Street is gone. Well, maybe it's still there. Let's bring that back into the conversation. I always go the wrong way with these Mac. Yeah, that's gone. That accident's gone. Gone. Both ways, the LI here over by the van by Grand Central. East on the LI, they're still cleaning up this broken down tractor trailer, still tuned up back to the clear view on that eastbound side. Both ways of the Van Wyck at Hillside is busy. The BEQE both ways, the Brooklyn Bridge is a solid ride. Staten Island Expressway building some light volume here going east over by Richmond Ave with that long-term construction. Jersey, things are in great shape across the board. Maybe a little bit of a blip of red here. Just west of the Parkway through the construction, heading out to the shopping areas, out through Union and Kenilworth and into Springfield. But that's just kind of normal stuff. Can't really get away from that. The other issue, the other still outlier is this Route 1 investigation that's still there, as we've seen in this camera north of Henderson Road right in here. We are still shut down except for that right lane. That's what's really saving this from being a traffic disaster, is that the right lane, not even the right lane, is really that shoulder is open there in North Brunswick. So again, please be mindful and very careful this morning. Trenton is good. We still have the issues here for our friends in the Phillipsburg area. As you go westbound on 22, we're still shut here in the west eastern area before you approach into Bethlehem, out by Route 33. Pretty nasty accident there took place. Unfortunately, hopefully everyone is okay, but it looks like that is shut down until further notice as well. Ben Franklin, Walt Whitman is good. North on the Turnpike is a little slow here at 42. Construction page just to see if the Turnpike got dialed out with some road work. Let's see. see anything. Facility. Let's see what the turnpike's got. Long-term road work. There's definitely something going on there. You know what? Let's just do this. There's no camera on the turnpike, but well, at one point, the camera on 42 at the turnpike actually did work, but it's dialed out. Finished there. That's not happening here at Leaf. Yeah. I'm almost positive that the turnpike doesn't have a camera there, but let's try. 4 south of 4 3. No, these are toll plaza cameras, which are pointless. I can't. I take that back. I use that with a grain of salt. The word pointless. They do have a purpose, but for the majority of the time, the majority of the time, we're just looking at toll plaza. I mean, it's not really showing us a whole lot of action. Cape May, Wildwood, Seattle City. Again, we're fine across the board, friends. I mean, it's hard pressed to call anything traffic out here whatsoever. Long Island is good. All of Connecticut, Hudson Valley, lots of green this morning. Let's bring in New Jersey Transit. Let's see if there's any latest updates here. And it looks like we do. It looks like everything is back on or close to schedule, except for the Pascagoula Valley. Wait a minute now. Wait for it. Pascagoula Valley, 8:40 arrival in Hoboken, 15 minutes late. 7:48, Spring Valley is canceled. 8:35 arrival in Hoboken is 15. Everything into the city is now back on or close to schedule now. We go to Path. Let's bring that into the mix. Come on. Come on. 33rd Street elevator is back in service after an earlier outage, and we apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused. We apologize profusely. We go to the MTA now, and we've seen a lot of delays here on the subways, and that continues to really light up this morning. A, C, E, B, D, F, G, and R are all tuned up. Look at this. We're right across the board. Took out 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 train lines here because of this train that they had to move. Had its brakes activated at Washington Square, West 4th Street. Trains have resumed making regular stops, but we're still pretty dialed out there. Southbound 6 trains running express 125th to Grand Central, conducts investigation at 96th Street, so look for that. We go to the rails now. Everything is on or close to schedule again for the Pascagoula Valley. You did see that here momentarily just a few minutes ago. That is those delays. Yeah, I think that's really going to about do it here for us on the broadcast. Let's bring in our shameless plug for the Tri-State Traffic Show, right? We have to. Again, we're trying to go for 200 subscribers and 200 episodes. The episodes are ticking off one by one. So again, we've got 145 in the books. 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, we're starting to pick up some viewers here into the 40s. And we're a very, very tiny channel here. So, we're doing our best that we can after 145 episodes. Can you believe it? 145 episodes. I didn't even think I'd get past 10, let alone 145, but I love doing the show when we can do it. Love interacting with all of you here on YouTube. We just hopefully can get those numbers, push them up a little bit. Again, subscribe to the Tri-State Traffic Show here on YouTube and Facebook, mostly on YouTube. That's the majority of my audience is on YouTube. If you can pass it along to all your friends, maybe Connor at your New Year's Eve party, be my spokesman. Pass it along to all your friends. Doesn't cost them anything. Just tell them to hit the subscribe button, and we can push these numbers up. Hopefully we'll get to 200 in 200 episodes. So we've got, 55 more episodes. So I'm thinking 3 days a week, probably, what is that? 12 episodes for the January month or so. So we're probably looking sometime in the spring, probably almost on our year anniversary on May. We'll probably get to that point. So let's do it. Let's see if we can go ahead and push for that. Once again, looking for 200 subscribers and 200 episodes. See where we can go with the channel. Again, we've got a couple of the other videos up as well. The Chevy EV Blazer, if you're interested in that. Also, my Cadillac as well. And check out this interview here with the Roadway Wiz. I haven't spoken to him in quite some time, but maybe dial up that interview. That was a good interview that we did. A lot of fun there. And this is the walk around one of the car shows. But anyway, so that's the Tri-State Traffic Show homepage. Again, if you can pass that along to all your friends, so grateful if we could bring back the map, because I'm going to put myself back on camera because the darker background doesn't bode well for my good side. So anyway, so we thank everybody for joining us. Connor, Alexandra, and Anna, as always, we thank you so much for being with us here this morning. We thank our sponsors, Shave Cave, Maxim Motors, also Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery, and Travels with Darley. Again, if you have those questions, send them over to me, tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com, and we'll pass those along to Darley for our interview coming up in about 2 weeks' time. Really excited to talk to Darley. I actually haven't spoken to her probably since earlier in the year when we set everything up here for her to be a sponsor here on the program. So it's probably been a good solid 6 months or more since I've talked to Darley, at least one-on-one. I've obviously communicated with her through Instagram and email and so forth, and Twitter and stuff like that. But be exciting. So it should be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to get more in depth about actually the actual show, and maybe also travel tips as well, heading into the 2023 travel season, if you want to call it that. Maybe some cool destinations we can figure out where some of the hot spots will be, according to Darley, coming up for the new year. All right, so we thank everybody for joining us here. We'll be back on the air tomorrow morning at 7:30. Now, I'm going to push it a little bit later just because there's really not a whole lot going on. So I think 90 minutes is kind of a nice happy medium in there. Have a terrific Thursday. Get out and enjoy some of this spring-like weather, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.